So boom, today we got the best Larry Bird versus Michael Jordan stories ever told. And to be honest, I was just thinking Michael Jordan was better than Larry Bird, but y'all have been saying Larry Bird beat Michael Jordan a lot back then. Like, I don't know about if y'all mean the playoff or regular seasons or what, but I used to think MJ was always, y'all used to say he's in the GOATDebate. I think LeBron's better, personally. That's just the truth, though. If y'all not trying to hear, y'all not trying to hear. But y'all trying to educate me on some Larry Bird. I seen his trash talking video. That was crazy. You guys can go check that out. But without further ado, let's get into this.
Both Michael Jordan and Larry Bird said, against NBA Hall of Famer James Worthy, who played against both Michael Jordan and Larry Bird, said, I'd much rather play against Michael Jordan than Larry Bird. Jordan made you look slow, but Bird made you look stupid. Look, I'm not here to convince you that Larry Bird is better than Michael Jordan. I'll just present to you the facts and let the NBA legends who actually played against both of them tell you what they think.
People always ask me who's the hardest player I've ever had to guard. And there was Michael Jordan, George Gervin, the late, great Mike Mitchell. I mean, so many players. I always say Larry Bird. And I say this for the reason because when Michael passed the basketball, he kind of hung on his shorts and he sit off to the side. With Larry, when he passed the basketball is when he became more dangerous. He was either setting a pick, coming off a pick, catching the ball, passing the ball. So he was the one you always had to stay attentive to.
So was Larry like Stephen Curry back in the day? Like, even when he didn't have the ball, he's the most dangerous person on the other team. You gotta always keep your eyes on him. There's somebody always chasing him around.
Whole 24 seconds of that offensive play for the Celtics. And you know what? Oh, he's going to get offensive rebounds. He was going to do something to help his team have the best chance of scoring at that point. So I always say as him, he didn't need the basketball to affect the game.
Okay. To the untrained eye, Michael Jordan was light years better than Larry Bird.
That's what I always thought. I'm not going to lie. It's just what I heard. So people told me.
But in actuality, it was much closer than that. Because Bird affected the game in so many ways.
Okay.
I saw Larry Bird one night in Phoenix. They were losing big time at the half. And they come out in the third quarter, and Larry did not take a shot, but dominated the game. He had 7 assists in the third quarter. And they came back and won the game. He could affect the game without taking a shot. Who else can you say that about to that degree? Nobody. Michael.
I'm not going to lie. 7 assists in 1 quarter is that's a crazy stat line. I mean, he could have finished the game with like 20 assists if he felt like it.
Could never do that. Never. Michael had to have the ball.
Here's a 1986 magazine on the NBA. And remember, this is a league with Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Charles Barkley, Isaiah Thomas, Hakeem Olajuwon, Moses Malone, and Dr. J.
I'm not going to lie. Y'all were stacked, bro. Y'all have so many legends. I haven't seen a lot of these players play, if I'm going to be honest. I don't know too much about them, but I've heard all of these names. They're legendary names. Like, you guys were lucky to watch them all, bro.
With all of these all-time great players, everyone agreed that Larry Bird was the best. Because in 1984, 1985, and 1986, Larry Bird won MVP. Back to back to back. And in the 1986 playoffs, Larry Bird finally faced Michael Jordan head to head. And in game 1, Michael dropped a spectacular 49 points. But Larry Bird had an all-around game with 30 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, and 3 steals to lead the Celtics to a...
Excuse me?
8 assists, 6... Bird had an all-around game with 30 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, and 3 steals to lead the Celtics to a victory.
Defense,
by
offense,
game 2,
assistance.
MJ had a revelation.
And this is game 2 of the best-of-5 first-round action, and the Celtics will try to make it 2 in a row over the Bulls.
We really have to play a complete basketball game. I don't think one man can beat the Boston Celtics.
But he sure did try. Because Jordan turned on God mode and broke the record for the most points ever scored in a playoff game.
Lead in the first half of the game against the Celtics Thursday. Jordan trying to fake Bird, can't do it. hits the jumper, but Bird played
I
pretty
ain't gonna lie. Low-key, it's a nice shot, bro. But I feel like seeing Anthony Edwards do that before.
well defensively against Jordan.
I know we started Dennis Johnson out on him, and then we went with Danny Ainge.
Ain't gonna lie, but it's impressive for that time, bro.
Then Bill Walton, and we was trying to run him to help all the time, but he had his outside shot going so well that he really didn't need to penetrate that much.
Jordan hits it, 56 for Jordan, and that ties the Chicago Bulls all-time leader. Jordan with 8 on the clock. Jordan ties the game.
Oh, boy.
63 points, and you're looking at an all-time record.
Oh, boy.
Michael Jordan.
But it was an incredible playoff performance. I've never seen it before, and I had never seen it after. That wasn't
Best
Michael
playoff
Jordan out there. That was God disguised as Michael Jordan.
But Larry Bird left
How could you?
with the most important
I don't even know what to
statistic
say.
of all, the W.
10 on the clock.
The W. The win.
Bird, pick and roll parry.
Oh, it's like he always knows where everyone is. We've seen this in our LarryBird assist highlight mixtape. I'm not gonna lie, I could go check that out. He always knows where everybody is on the court. Like, he's good at passing.
Victory for the Boston
I
Celtics
never
to
really
take
used
a
to
2-0
know this stuff about
lead
LarryBird
over
before I started
Chicago in their
watching
best
this
of
stuff.
5.
Michael Jordan didn't beat Larry Bird. You showed Michael Jordan going between his legs one time in the highlights, against Larry Bird. And that was the game he got 63.
That's when he dropped 63 on Bird. Yes.
63.
But if memory serves me correct, they got swept. No, not lost. They got swept. Okay?
He got swept? Bro, Jordan dropped like 51 games, 63 the other game. I was thinking they were putting up a fight.
Even though he dropped 63, we stepped all in his ass, did we not? I rest my case.
Larry Bird went on to win his 3rd championship that year. And the following year, when Larry faced MJ in the playoffs, it happened again.
Inside, Larry Bird against Banks, rubs him around a Perry screen, drives it down the lane, and lays it in with a right hand. Michael Jordan with 30 points in this game, so he was 30 or better in all 3 playoff games. Bird's got 31 in the game and 14 in the 4th quarter. Bullseye. Boston has kept it in good hands. I
ain't gonna lie, you guys feel like MJ is the best playoff scorer ever? I feel like nowadays we got people like Kyrie, Curry, LeBron, James Harden, you feel me? Even though he didn't win the ring, there's a lot of great scorers in the playoffs. KD. You guys feel like MJ is better than all of them when it comes to that?
4th quarter, it's been Bird, and that's about it. Final score in Chicago Stadium. The Boston Celtics sweep the Bulls out 105-94. Too much Celtic talent, too much Celtic experience for a Bulls team lacking in both areas.
Yes, Larry Bird in back-to-back years swept Michael Jordan in the play.
Bro, I did not know this. Back-to-back sweep. How? Why is this not being mentioned, bro? They never talk about this. Michael Jordan got swept 2 times in a row by Larry Bird in the playoffs. And they always bring up LeBron's playoffs. What's going on, bro?
So if Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time, but Michael Jordan never beat Larry Bird, then what does that make Larry Bird? Now, to be fair, at that point, Michael Jordan didn't have his best teammate ever, Scottie Pippen, yet.
Nah, since LeBron joined the league.
The battles were closer and more intense. And later in the video, I'll let you see exactly what happened when Larry Bird faced a prime Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. Because Larry Bird did something so miraculously impressive, no other man in the history of basketball can say they've done. But after Bird swept Jordan back-to-back years in the playoffs, that very next year in 1988, Michael Jordan had statistically the best season ever, where he won the scoring title at 35 points per game, the steals title, the MVP, the defensive player of the year, the All-Star Game MVP, and the dunk contest.
I can't even count this all on one hand.
He faced Larry Bird 4 times that year, and this is how it went. Game 1, tough battle, Bird wins. Game 2, MJ has a historic 50-point game to win by 10. Game 3, Larry's revenge. After that previous loss, I'm sure Larry Bird had that rematch circled on his calendar because he ended up with 33, 8, and 7 and blew MJ out by 30 points. Game 4, MJ had an impressive performance with 39 points and 8 assists, but Larry Legend had 44 points and 10 rebounds, but most importantly, a win versus Michael Jordan in his statistically best season ever.
So we talking.
And though Michael Jordan didn't face Bird again that year in the playoffs, Jordan did face Isaiah Thomas and the Detroit Pistons. And I'll let Isaiah Thomas tell you exactly how he recalls that year and the rest of the 80s.
So Michael Jordan in the 80s, the best year that he had was he was the MVP of the league. And the Defensive Player of the Year, I believe that was in '88.
Yes.
We
88.
beat them 4-1. I'm gonna say that again.
God.
4.
MJ be getting beat in the playoffs like this. Swept back to back.
He never beat Larry
4-1.
He never beat Magic.
What are we talking about? Magic and
he never
Kareem used to beat him too.
And all I'm saying is, in the '80s, what I remember in the '80s, it was Philadelphia with Dr. J. Magic, Kareem, Bert, Michael Jordan. He was a non-factor.
A non-factor. Michael Jordan was a non-factor in his own era back in the 80s. It was Larry, it was Philly and Celtics, it was Philly, it was Detroit for a few years. We did react to the Bad Boys Pistons. I want to check out that video. It was a Lakers Showtime, but it was never Michael Jordan.
Non-factor. Is this your GOAT?
Not mine.
But after
mine is LeBron Raymond James. You feel me? Because he would have cooked all of them.
Isaiah Thomas swept MJ. He did go on to beat Larry Bird in 6 games. And many people touted.
So is Isaiah Thomas better than Michael Jordan at this point? Like, what are we talking about?
The Detroit defense for holding Larry Bird to under 20 points per game. But what many don't include in that story is that Larry Bird was noticeably injured with painful bone spurs in both feet. So only because of injuries, for the first time in 5 seasons, Larry Bird would not make the NBA Finals. Starting the following year, Larry Bird had season-ending.
I'm gonna have to watch a video about Larry Bird's injuries, bro. Y'all been commenting about back injuries. I don't know. I didn't know Larry had any injuries, to be honest. The way his career looks, I thought he was fine his whole career. To be honest, he won a lot of chips and MVPs.
Surgery on both feet after playing only 6 games. But sadly, it only got worse. Because that following offseason, Larry Bird broke his back and was never the same again. But even as Larry Bird's entire body...
How did he manage to play with a broken back, 2 messed up legs, like his feet where you put oil? Wait, yo, is Larry Bird doesn't make any sense.
For some reason, he always played well against Michael Jordan. Almost like he had a personal vendetta against Jordan. And I think I know why. When Michael Jordan was in college, he actually played an exhibition game against Larry Bird. Jordan and a bunch of college players, while preparing for the 1984 Olympics, faced Larry Bird and a bunch of NBA stars. The goal was to toughen the college kids up before they headed to the Olympics. So during pregame warm-ups, when Jordan chased the loose ball to the other end of the court, Larry Bird picked the ball up. But instead of handing it to Jordan, Bird kicked the ball over Jordan's head to the opposite end of the court. And I guess you could say Michael Jordan took that personally.
Now look at Mosh. Really? Oh, so that's how you're going to play it. You going to do this? Okay, fine. That's all I needed. That's all I needed for him to do that. And it became personal with me.
Michael Jordan dominated that game. A young Michael Jordan actually carried a team full of college players past a prime Larry Bird and a bunch of NBA players. Michael Jordan won the battle.
Michael Jordan
but Larry Bird won the war. I think Larry Bird took that loss personally because Jordan never really got the best of Larry Bird ever again. When Larry Bird finally returned to the court after missing basically an entire season with foot surgery and a back injury, he faced prime Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen in a regular season game. The teams went back and forth.
Bagley against Paxson, 10 on the shot clock. Jordan on Bird. Quick feed into Jim Paxson for the layup. Larry Bird has KO'd the read. Jordan steal. Scottie Pippen ahead to Jordan. Michael for the dunk. Bird against Pippen. Bird working on Pippen one-on-one. Hits the fadeaway.
And with 10 seconds to go, it was a tie game. The Celtics had the ball, and the Bulls put their two best defenders, Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, both on Larry Bird because
they double-teamed Larry in the clutch?
Everyone knows who the ball is going to.
He made it.
And then this happened.
Oh, that's not the clutch
Let's
shot.
see if they wind it all the way down. Inside of 10 seconds.
Bird low.
You can't double yet. Now you can quickly. Bird
Oh.
good. 3.6 seconds left. Larry Bird gives the Boston Celtics a 2-point
Why'd you
lead.
do it to them?
Everybody in this building had to know it was going on. Michael came over to
Bro, I did not know Larry was doing Michael Jordan like this his whole career. I thought MJ was. To be honest, I thought MJ was giving everybody belts. That's the way they be talking about Michael Jordan.
Both Michael
Jordan that's what he was doing.
And Scottie Pippen,
the whole league.
Two of the best defenders of all time. Somehow the word clutch.
I think LeBron better. Kawhi, feel me? There's I don't know, bro. There's a lot. They're good for their time.
But maybe a quote from NBA
all-time
Hall of Fame coach, executive, and former player Pat Riley can explain.
Modern, like some
in an interview, when comparing Larry Bird and Michael Jordan's clutchness, Pat Riley said this iconic quote: "If I had to choose a player to take a shot to save a game, I'd choose Michael Jordan.
Okay.
If I had to choose a player to take a shot to save my life, I'd take Larry Bird." As Larry Bird was on his last legs and Michael Jordan was starting his dynasty in 1991,
like
Larry Bird mustered up enough strength to battle MJ again in one of the last great duels between the two.
Y'all gotta comment below what he meant by that, bro. I don't understand the reference. I don't understand.
Here's Bird. Yes. He was met on a switch by Jordan, and there 69, Chicago 67. Jordan eluding a triple team. Reggie Lewis. Larry Bird.
Okay.
This battle between two all-time greats came down to the wire. In overtime, it was a tie game with 0.4 seconds on the clock, and the Chicago Bulls had the ball.
Pippen now will look to throw in. 0.4 of a second. And here it is, Jordan with the play. Yes! But it's...
I ain't gonna lie, that's a nice shot, bro. But you feel like that's better than Kawhi's shot? I feel like Kawhi Leonard's finals shot, bro, was like I feel like that's a crazy shot though. I can't believe Jordan made that. It's just like from the same angle, both right corner.
Ooh, he almost
Kawhi's
had
actually is further.
After Jordan's possible game winner was waved off, Larry Bird, on 4 straight possessions in double overtime, did this.
Jordan. It's great to hear all these coaches talk about they're really concerned as Bird gets a little fadeaway. They're really concerned about the minutes building up. They want to be fresh going into the playoffs until the game.
Overtime number 2. Bird, yes. Larry Bird heating it out to go in the second overtime. Bird with the fake through the foul and hits.
I'm not gonna lie, I think I've seen SGA do that a couple of times, bro. Like, SGA was a bit more saucy with the drill moves, but the pump fake and then jumping into the foul with the midi. Oh no, Larry, I didn't know you were like that. And then he made the shot too, bro. I swear I've seen that in SGA.
To go in the second overtime. Bird fires, yes.
The crowd couldn't help but chant the name of the greatest player of all time.
Shook his head and said, "This guy's too much."
They didn't know about LeBron back then, so I'll let it slide for now.
Brown beat John Paxson off the pick. The second overtime, and that will do it. The Boston Celtics in double overtime and defeated the Chicago Bulls 135 to 132 in a wild one.
The Celtics held on to win that game, but that year, Michael Jordan won his first championship versus Magic Johnson in the finals, and his dynasty had officially begun.
Larry and I were talking, and Michael walks in, and he says, "There's a new sheriff in town." And we both hit each other like, well, he's not lying.
Larry Bird retired after that next season, but not before he took the court with Michael Jordan one last time.
I knew they were going to have a final dance,
Except this time, it would be on the same team in what many would call the greatest team ever assembled, the 1992 Dream Team.
Y'all got them over the 2024? Because I'm not going to lie. Curry, KD, and LeBron has to be the scariest thing you could ever see. And then, bro, I'm not going to lie, to be honest now. I don't see it.
And rebounded by Jordan.
I got a 2024 USA, bro.
That may be his best opportunity to get
I might have to do a video on the Dream Team, though. I might have to do my research. I don't really know how their lineup is looking, but I don't know how good they were, but I don't think so. Okay, a little behind the back.
And you just knew that Larry Bird was not going to miss that shot after the great save by Michael Jordan.
Larry, I hear that you're retiring. Thank goodness. I'm glad. I'm tired of seeing your face. Well, a lot of sad memories to me, but I enjoy it.
Okay, I was about to say.
I wish you a lot of luck. And I think you had a very wonderful career, even though you probably ruined a lot of my successful games against the Boston Celtics.
Michael Jordan has successful games, but never
and I'll see you somewhere along the road, somewhere playing golf.
Even though he dropped 63, we stepped all in his ass, did we not? I rest my case.
Okay. So, who y'all think is better? I feel like Michael Jordan ended with his career being better than Larry later after Larry retired, and that's the only reason. If you feel like Larry never got the back injuries or the leg injuries, he could have kept playing longer, and Michael Jordan would have never been even considered in the GOAT conversation. Because nowadays, if you don't got LeBron at number one, to be honest, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. But with that being said, feel me? Like, subscribe, and comment. I'm seeing you on the next video.